Check, 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 check. Okay, you guys can hear me. We've been recording, if I could call it dawn chorus, out here at Bushbaby Lodge, not so far from Kampala. I got up pretty early, probably around 5 a.m. I think, just to set up a couple of microphones around this little beautiful place. And my emphasis was try and record some farm sounds because I have a beautiful farm out here with cows, chickens. But they have two beautiful forests, a secondary forest which they replanted, and a primary forest that I think previously was linking to Mavira forest. Yeah, so we've been recording into Zoom F3. That's what's been picking up most of the ambience, so those natural beautiful bird sounds that you've been hearing, and this has been mounted onto a newer tripod with an Ulanzi little clamp that's been holding a power bank. And into the Zoom F3 I've had two omnidirectional microphones that have been picking up a 360 image of this place. And if you are using headphones, you might have heard that it's been in form of a stereo setup because it's been a pair of two omnidirectional microphones, one pan to the left and one pan to the right. Okay, so that is it for the ambience. Majority of the recording has definitely been on the Zoom F3, which is currently one of my favorite field recorders because it's so tiny. As you can see, it's so tiny, but it packs a punch for its size. And then for the sounds that we've had, especially for the cows feeding on the grass or munching on the grass, grazing, those have been picked up by this particular mic, which is a shotgun mic inside a rod blimp with a wombat on top of it. And this is going straight into one of my oldest field recorders. That's a Zoom H8. I think it's a 12-channel recorder. That's including the inbuilt microphones, which I currently don't have mounted on top. So I've had this plugged into I've had the rod blimp plugged into the H8. And in the rod blimp, I have a shotgun mic from Sennheiser. One of my favorite ways to record dialogue, but also precision sounds, especially if I want to really zone in and pretty much as a shotgun, really target a particular sound. The omnidirectional mics pick up like each and everything, all those nuances that you hear, even the little footsteps. That's why I really had to put it a bit far away towards the forest, so that it wasn't picking up all my footsteps as I moved around. Later on, I brought it back here to pick up a bit of like the sounds of the camp, the workers, the workers getting up and beginning to do their work. But majority of the sounds that we've picked up on the F8 have been down in the primary forest, where you are hearing, I think, some sounds of call them, I think, black and white cascade hornbills. I think I had some turacos in there as well. Obviously, the occasional ibis, and right up here in camp, I was hearing some weavers as well. It's basically a cocktail of beautiful morning sounds. It's quite a bummer that the cows didn't really make any mowing this morning. I think they're a bit lazy. They're still feeding. Yeah, but I think we've picked up some nice sounds. We had some chickens as well, rooster crowing earlier on. And if you listen carefully, you might hear planes flying past. Yeah, picking up that as well. Yeah, so that has been our little field recording setup this morning. It's I'm not sure what time it is. I might have to check my phone. Yeah, it's just about 14 minutes to the hour of 9. Wow, time really flies past. Since 5 a.m. been running around. I hope you enjoyed it. We had a beautiful full moon last night, which was actually a super moon right after the partial lunar eclipse that happened on the 17th, the 18th, I believe. So we had a full moon yesterday, which was beautiful. I'll show you some of the footage that I captured last night. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this little segment. And if you are interested in, I guess, similar setups like this, videos like this, or if you're interested in field recording, just let me know in the comments below. If I get a couple of responses and people picking up interest, I might as well do a little, if I could call it, not really a masterclass, but a little class, a beginner's class for people that are interested or have their spirit warmed up by the thought of waking up for dawn chorus, capturing these beautiful sounds, but also just going out into the city and capturing, if I could call it that, cityscape, the sounds of the city. The majority of the recordings I do are natural sounds, so sounds out in the wild, be it a national park, be it contemporary savanna sounds. And from time to time when I'm in Kampala, I try to move around and see what other sounds can we pick up not far away from town. Alright, that's it for today. My name is Jonathan Benaiah, and I am a freelance conservation storyteller, a filmmaker, photographer, narrator, creative writer, script writer, so many hats. I also run a podcast, that's the Jonathan Benaiah podcast, and starting this year we have segments from that podcast also published on the Africa Safari podcast. You can also access some of these recordings on Bandcamp. I'll leave a link down below in the video description if you want to. Oh wow, just as I speak, there's a beautiful great blue turtle just flying past. It's back behind the camera, you can't really see it. Okay, so what I was saying is some of these recordings will be up on Bandcamp, so in case... and there's another one. Looks like a pair. Beautiful. Damn it, yeah. So what I was saying is that you can access some of these recordings on Bandcamp, and I'll leave a link in the video description below for those that will be interested in that. Alright, this is it for now, and I hope to see you in the next one.